Jury reaches a verdict in the trial of a man whose wife was injured when he fired a rifle outside his home.
The jury deliberated for 7 hours before coming back with a split verdict. Local 12's Larry Davis joins us live from the Hamilton County Courthouse to sort out the jury's decision for us. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Cammie. The first indication that Blake Seilhauer was going to be acquitted on 2 counts of felonious assault was when the jury came back to ask a question. That question was, can we change the wording on the verdict form from not guilty of felonious assault to guilty of a lesser charge of negligent assault? That was the lesser of the charges that the jury could consider. Now, that is when that question was read, that is when Seilhauer's wife, Misty, broke down in tears and then bolted from the courtroom. After the jury left to formalize that verdict form, they returned to the courtroom with a verdict of guilty on 2 counts of negligent assault. The jury could not reach a verdict on a domestic violence charge. Seilhauer could have been found guilty of felonious assault, which would have carried a maximum punishment of up to 11 years in prison. But the judge gave the jury the option of a lesser charge, that of negligent assault. Seilhauer testified yesterday about his sex addiction and swinger lifestyle that he had with his wife. He said on the day that his wife kicked him out of their Madeira home, a hunting rifle that he pulled out of his trunk accidentally went off. The bullet hitting the driveway of their home, shrapnel striking his wife in the forehead, neck, and lower body. He said he never intended to hurt his wife. He said the shooting was an accident, and after the verdict this afternoon, after 7 hours of deliberations, Seilhauer's attorney had this reaction.
Well, we're delighted that we finally had the opportunity to tell our story. I think the jury took a long time to make a decision. I think they were thoughtful about it. It was a case that was definitely worth trying, and I think they put the proper value on the case, which was nothing more than a misdemeanor that would carry a maximum term of only 60 days.
Again, and 60 days in jail is the maximum sentence there, and he could very well, and then more likely, will receive credit for time served. Now, that is in comparison to had he been found guilty of felonious assault, he could have been sentenced to up to 11 years in prison. Now, Mulligan says his client, who was escorted back to jail, was relieved with the verdict, and he will now likely post bond maybe within the next few hours and be released from jail this evening. Live at the Hamilton County Courthouse, Larry Davis, Local 12 News. Cammie, back to you.
Larry, I'm curious, was Misty Seilhauer there? Was she present for the reading of the verdict? And if so, what was her reaction?
She, when the jury came back with that question about the wording, and that was our indication that he was going to be acquitted of the more serious charge, she broke down in tears and she bolted from the courtroom and she never returned.
Wow. All right. Larry Davis, thank you. Blake Seilhauer is scheduled to be sentenced on March 25th.